2005, I wanted to buy one of these, but I couldn't afford it, so I had to get the one below, which was the 330, and that was still a great car, but driving this now, I realise why this was more expensive. The difference in performance is unbelievable, actually. This is, I mean, I can't even imagine what this must have been like when it was brand new. This is a 2003 Bmw M3 E46. It's got 338 brake horsepower, and you can tell. You can really tell. It's actually quite hard to drive this car smoothly because it's like a oh my god, that is freaking awesome, man. Damn, that is ace. It's like I'm in an F1 car on the roads. It's incredible. It's quite hard to drive this car smoothly, really. It's got the SMG gearbox, which is sequential manual gearbox. It still has a clutch. It's just that it's operated electrically, so you don't have to worry about that. It's also, because it's a 2003 car, it's also got the old single clutch system. It's not like the ultra smooth double clutch system that's in the new BMWs of today, where your next gear is already pre-selected for you. Having said that, I do actually quite like the fact that the gear changes are really aggressive and quite sort of jerky, because it does make me feel as though I am in a sort of a proper hardened race car. You can make the gear changes slightly less aggressive. There's a little button down here. If I press it now, I think, if memory serves me correctly, I think it was called the BMW Pro Logic system or something like that. And it's basically there's you've kind of got a little gauge. I think there's about 4, 5 or 6 different settings, and you can kind of go up and down those settings, and that will kind of increase or decrease the aggressiveness of the gear change. At this point, I should say that this car is actually for sale at the moment, and the reason why I'm doing this video is because the seller wanted me to do a little video and just be honest about the car, because the car's not perfect. It's 14 years old. It's got 145,000 miles on the clock. I mean, saying that, it does drive. It drives amazingly. You know, it does need a bit of TLC. It needs a few things doing to it, to be honest. But I have been told that will be reflected in the price. So, I mean, I've had this car for a couple of days, so I'll just run through a few of the things that we'll need doing. You will need to get a new passenger side wing mirror, possibly a driver's side as well. It seems okay, but it's a bit temperamental, so you'll definitely need one wing mirror, maybe 2. The little grills on the front wings, the little M badges are missing, so you'll need to get the badges for them. There's a little bit of bubbling under the paintwork on both front arches, so you'll need to get that done at some point. And there's a little bit of paint flaking off the boot, basically just below the M3 badge. What else is there? Also, there was, I think, yes, that's it. The handbrake needs tightening, and the air conditioning needs regassing. So, as I say, you know, there's a few little things to do there, but generally, the interior for a 14-year-old car is spot on. It's really smart in here, and I still feel like I'm in something special. Cars are going up in value now, So if you can get one, it's almost like a bit of an investment, kind of a, you know, you have it as a project car, you do it up, and you know, at the very worst you're going to do is get your money back. When you start this car up in the morning, going around the rev counter, there's going to be some kind of amber lights. They normally start from about 5,000 revs and go round the rev counter right up to 8,000 revs. Now these amber lights are basically an indication of how high you can rev the car to. So the warmer the engine becomes as you're driving, the more the amber lights go up the rev range. So then when the engine is at optimum temperature, all the lights will have gone, and you can basically have as much fun as you want, and you can rev it up to sort of 8,500 revs, red line. When I had my BMW 335, that was an awesome car. But when someone asked me what car I had to tell them, oh, it was a 335. They'd say, what was that? And I used to say, oh, well, it's a 3-litre twin turbo, 300 horsepower car. But in this, you don't need to explain anything. You just say, oh, I've got an M3. Everyone knows what you mean straight away. And anyone who knows about cars, they should have a smile on the face, even when they say the name. It's such an amazing car. But this is when it comes into its own as well. You going around these country lanes, because the car absolutely sticks to the road like you would not believe. I've had an amazing day driving in this car. You know, it's been absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, so thanks very much for watching, really appreciate it. What a car. All that's left to say really is, I'll see you next time. See you later.